You're listening to the Wednesday morning edition here on WCBU. I'm Rich Drager. With the November general election less than 6 months away, Peoria County has a new person at the helm of its elections. Jessily Joseph was appointed executive director of the Peoria County Election Commission last month. She tells WCBU correspondent Molly Hughes what she wants voters to know before they head to the polls.
Peoria County is pretty unique. We are the only countywide election commission, and that was created via a referendum in 2015. In almost all other jurisdictions in Illinois, elections are run by county clerks. That is a partisan position. So a difference here with an election commission is our staff is nonpartisan, and we're run by a bipartisan board of election commissioners.
Yeah. Do you think that that's an important thing? What difference do you think that makes in the election process?
I think with the current state of elections and how they've been questioned, I think it's really useful to have an election commission and have that nonpartisan status and having us run the elections. Not to say that county clerks are not doing a wonderful job as well, but I just think with the current state of elections, it kind of adds an extra layer of security, especially in the minds of a citizen or a voter. So we really do everything here in Peoria County, from recruiting election judges, training election judges, maintaining our voting equipment. We even create the ballot ourselves here in Peoria County. So we're doing everything, whether it's vote by mail or early voting or election day. We have a bipartisan team of election judges, a part of every step of the process, really.
Yeah, and you already beat me to it. How has it been recruiting election judges? Do you have enough? What does it look like recruiting? And what's the pay for that kind of thing?
So we are always recruiting election judges. There's always a need for more also. The pay is $250 for the day and for training. If you're working early voting or assisting with vote by mail processing, that's just paid at minimum wage. But yes, we're always looking for election judges. I would say we need quite a few more for the upcoming November general election. I anticipate it's going to be pretty busy, and we want to have fully staffed polling places to accommodate that.
Yeah. How many judges do you have? Or how many do you want?
I'd say I'd love to have close to 350, and we're closer to, I'd say, under 300 right now. And that really fluctuates depending on the election cycle. Folks are generally more interested in serving in larger elections like presidential years. However, we need basically the same amount of election judges to run a local election as well, such as 2027. So, yeah, I would say we definitely are looking for more on both sides.
Yeah. Going to the mail-in ballots, obviously that's a big thing that people have been a little bit nervous about past elections and things like that. What do you say about those fears? How many do we typically receive in Peoria County?
So I would say in Illinois, anyone can vote by mail. And we also have what's called permanent vote by mail. So you can fill out one application, and then continue to receive ballots. Or as long as you would really like. We would recommend that for someone who's, for example, in their forever home and they prefer voting by mail. However, it's not the only way to vote, of course. We have 40 days of early voting as well as in-person voting. So for those that are skeptical, what I recommend is one, serve as an election judge or as a poll watcher so that you can see all of the security and chain of custody that has to occur for a vote by mail ballot. But two, you're not required to vote by mail. You can vote in person if you want to. And, with the 40 days of early voting, that creates a lot of access. And then on election day, any voter can vote at any of our 56 polling places. So you're not limited to one polling place because we have vote centers.
That was new Peoria County Election Commission Executive Director Jessily Joseph speaking with WCBU's Molly Hughes. Early voting begins September 24th. You're listening to Morning Edition here on WCBU.